Hello everyone, this is Janice with cricketology.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to be working on a project inspired by Gina at Gina's Crafting Spot. She did a cute it's late and I can't think, tri-fold shutter card, and I was inspired to make a Father's Day card from it. I've made these cards before, but hers was just so cute. I just was really inspired to do one, and so there goes. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here so you can really see it. Okay, I made two because I was really inspired. They're a little different because the papers were just these little 6x6 papers that I had, and I wanted to use them up, so I was playing. So I'm going to make one, but I'm not going to do all the cutting and everything. I'm just going to tell you what I did. She showed her template. I made a template for myself with all the measurements of the panels and, you know, what you do. Okay, and so I went ahead and cut myself a piece of cardstock at 5.5 by 12. So it's 5.5 this way and then 12. And then I went and scored it at 2 inches, 4 inches, and then I actually flipped it over and did it again at 2 inches and 4 inches. Then you turn it like this on your paper, in your paper trimmer, and line it up at 1.5, like this. Okay, once you have it lined up at 1.5, you line it up with this first score mark, which is at 2 inches, and you go all the way down to this score mark. I don't think you can really see that. There's another score. It's backing up here a little bit. You go from this first score mark all the way to this one. Okay, so on your paper trimmer it's going to be 2 inches to 10 inches. Then you turn the paper around and line it back up at 1.5 inches in your paper trimmer, and you go and you do the same exact thing from this score line, the very first one, all the way to the last one. And on the paper trimmer it's going to be 2 inches to 10 inches. Okay, so then once you do that, then you cut all of the little panels. Okay, and I'll tell you what all these measurements are. Okay, you basically need 2 panels to go here that are 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, just gonna move it here a little bit. Okay, and then here and here and here and here, you need 4 cut at 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. So that's here, 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 and here. And then what you need is 2 pieces for here and here, okay, this part and this part, that are 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. Let me just do it on this one, so I don't have to keep switching back and forth. Okay, so that's for here, and then each of these blocks needs a 1 3/4 by 2 3/4 piece, and then this middle one is going to be one piece that's 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so then what I did was I went ahead and I did that already. I cut out the papers, and I got the papers from I think it was an 8x8 maybe, or a 6x6 stack DCWV, and it might have been the Tahiti one, maybe. I'm not sure. It's kind of beachy. I really got it at Big Lots. And so I went ahead and I cut all the pieces, and all of these papers coordinate because they're from the same stack. And I went around the brown ones with the walnut stain, and I went around all the blue and these striped ones with the tumbled glass. And then I cut this little lighthouse from Life is a Beach at 4 inches. And there's a little bit of glue, if you can tell there. I'll show you what I do to solve that problem. Move that, because that's going to stick if I don't fix it. It's going to stick to the envelope. I have one of these. I'm not sure if you can find these at Joann's or Michael's. I know Stampin' Up! Did carry it. I'm not sure if they still do. But it's an adhesive remover. So when you get too much adhesive on something, you just use this. But I'll find out where you can get them. Okay. So now it's not, oh, it's sticky right there. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so, oh, and then I put a little bit of stickles in there to make it look, you know, like the light. So now what we're going to do is put the pieces, the panels down on here. This is the most time-consuming thing. I'm just using my ATG 714 to do that. I'm just centering these here. And I just did one layer. You can cut these at whatever increments you want. They don't have to be these increments. I just went down by 1/4 of an inch. I measured each of these blocks, and then I went down by 1/4 of an inch. And that's it. That's how I figured it out. And I cut the lighthouse using the same papers. I used the stripe for the main piece, and then this brown for the layers. So what I'm thinking of doing for my next, for my next few posts, I'm going to be doing Father's Day cards. I thought that would be a good challenge for myself, because masculine cards are challenging for me anyway, because I'm a girl, and I think I can do a little kid card, or, you know, like a girlfriend card, or feminine card, I guess, pretty easily, but masculine cards is a little more challenging. Okay, so there, I've got all of my pieces on there. Now we need to accordion fold the pieces. You can do this beforehand, too, you know. But, okay, so that's that. Now the trick is these pieces stay the same. The only one that you need to change is bring this one up, that one down, and that's it. Okay, now you can see all of the layers, and then this is going to go right here. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp it Happy Father's Day with this stamp from Close to My Heart. And that's going to go right there.